Speaking of a bunch of shit, by the way, this fella who looks like a character on SNL already. You do realize you could fit a lot more books on your shelves if you turn them, long ways, if you spine out. But then I guess you have to read more, so that would suck. Anyways, this apparently, this is another Real America's Voice gem. This is Wayne Allyn Root, which I don't know, is there a lot of Wayne Roots out there? And so you have to use Allyn to differentiate yourself, or is this just like you're seeking serial killer cred? Really? Yeah. Have you been injured at work? Have you been injured on the job? Would you like to be? I'm Wayne Allyn Root. All right. Here we go. Let's see this real quick. This is Wayne Allyn Root, the America's Top 10. This is, I guess, our top 10 problems or our top 10 jobs. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Let's find out. He's just trying to steal a bit from Letterman.
All right, now it's time for my weekly commentary. It's titled, Can You Handle the Truth? My brutal takedown of the GOP election disaster and what's really happening to America.
Yeah, what's really happening?
Well,
it is a brutal takedown.
This is starting to feel like Groundhog's Day.
It's just Groundhog Day. There's not plural hogs on that. There's one groundhog. I know this doesn't matter, but it kind of matters. Groundhog's Day. This is like Trump saying Silence of the Lambs.
The GOP.
He's like, Silence of the Lamb. The one lamb that's really quiet.
He lost again on Election Day just this past Tuesday.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I know. We know. We were watching. It's a good time.
This is my post-election analysis of what has happened to America and why the GOP keeps losing elections they're supposed to win.
Okay, this is the second time you said this in 30 seconds. Get on with it!
The first answer is simple.
We're a bunch of assholes.
Number one problem in America and the number one problem for the GOP
is laryngitis.
Are one and the same: open borders.
What? I'm sorry. Are the Republicans letting too many people into their fucking party? Is that the idea?
Republican voters are being replaced and erased. We're being outvoted. Thanks to Democrat traitors waving the whole world in, America's now a...
They're not... These fuckers aren't voting. What the fuck are you talking about? Trump was just patting himself on the fucking back on Univision, on Telemundo, I believe, that they got a bunch more Latino voters than last time.
Our nation to Americans. We're strangers in our own land. This open border is the great...
No, we're really not. I mean, I look, I understand, Wayne Allyn Root, wherever you live, you don't know anyone. I get it. Everywhere you go, people either don't know you or pretend not to know you. The rest of us don't really have that problem.
This catastrophe in our nation's history times 100,000 and squared.
That's a lot. That's technically more humans than exist in the country. That's a lot. It's just a lot.
This is the great replacement strategy at work.
The great replacement strategy. Oh, okay. So they're trying to wipe out all the whites by bringing in a bunch of brown people. Gotcha.
Citizens are being overrun and outvoted by illegal alien invaders.
No, they're not being outvoted by quote unquote illegal alien invaders. Unless you count, I think this fucker thinks that women are illegal aliens.
How do you think Democrats turned California from the land of Republicans like Nixon, Reagan, and Pete Wilson into 100% deep blue Democrat state?
Good economic policies. I mean, California is has turned into the the seventh biggest economy on the fucking planet. And when Reagan ran it, it wasn't even in the top 10.
They kept adding illegal aliens by the millions till they outvoted California's legal citizens.
No, not really. You know, you still can't vote if you're quote unquote an illegal alien.
And eventually, no.
Again, this is just, I guess we're just bullshitting now, right? We're just supposed to let this shit slide.
Republican could win ever again in a statewide race.
So this happened after Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Now Biden and his boss Obama, because never mistake, that's who's in charge.
Why?
Barack Obama. They're using the California model on the whole nation. Democrats.
Oh, you mean the model that has made a U.S. state the 7th largest economy on Earth? Okay.
Keep waving in hordes of illegals, and then Democrats and unions and Soros-funded organizations, and I'm sure
I don't think these guys look like they're being waved in. It looks like they're being corralled and expelled.
Catholic charities too immediately show them.
Oh, fucking Catholic charities! I knew it. You know what? I was a doubter, and then Catholic charities, and he brought up Catholic charities. Like, oh yeah, fuck.
2 things: how to sign up for 1,000 kinds of welfare and food stamps, and how to register to vote. We're being overrun.
Yeah, none of that is happening, especially in California.
This is the Alamo Part 2.
That would be in Texas.
This is the remake of Custer's Last Stand.
Yeah, those two things went very differently. I'm just saying.
I don't know about you, but I didn't like Part 1 of the Alamo, and I never wanted to die like Custer with 100 arrows in my back.
Well, then I would say read a book on warfare.
By the way, my pinstripe suits don't go with arrows, so I don't want that.
What the shit?
I believe open borders is one of the main reasons for the turnaround in Virginia. 2 years ago,
Virginia.
Republicans led by Glenn Youngkin swept the state from governor all the way to the bottom. The whole ticket won. And only 2 years later, with our country a crappy mess and our economy a crappy mess,
Yeah, not so much.
and massive inflation, and
Yeah, no, inflation's going down. And again, most of our inflation was caused by supply shock,
the failed presidency of Joe Biden,
which has the longest stretch of unemployment under 4% in 50 years,
Virginia voters
and passed an infrastructure bill and got us out of Afghanistan. And the Inflation Reduction Act was the biggest governmental support of green energy in our nation's history, which led to, among other things, a giant battery plant being built in Marjorie Taylor Greene's fucking district.
decided to reverse course and vote Democrat?
Really?
Really? Or is it
Or it's possible that by that time Trump had not talked everyone out of voting because he lost as well. Youngkin was able to pull it out.
possible there are 100,000 new illegal alien Democrat voters in Virginia since
No, there aren't.
Youngkin's victory in 2021? I'm probably lowballing it. There may be as many as 20 million new illegal aliens in the
And they all moved to Virginia.
USA since Biden took over.
Yeah. Thanks. By the way, I appreciate this guy adding 5 million on top of Trump's bullshit number.
Where do you think they're all going? To every red
Canada.
and purple battleground state like
Why? Is that where they'll be most welcome?
Virginia.
Is that where the jobs are? Are the red and purple battleground states the states where illegal aliens can find jobs the easiest?
Turn them deep blue. Until the GOP fix.
I mean, are the local governments supporting these folks and giving them welfare and support and allowing this to happen? They do run their local welfare offices where people have to sign up for stuff. So Texas and Montana and Wyoming and all these fucking states are just handing out free whatever Obama phones and cash to. Is that how it works?
Figures out how to stop this. Will keep being overrun.
Yeah, it's totally overrun.
By this invasion of illegal Democrat voters.
Or you fucked around and found out with women voters, and it's just getting worse.
Until America and the GOP is gone forever.
Well, I mean, I would disagree on the former and yes on the latter.
Trump either wins in 2024 or he is the last Republican ever.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Look at that. Look at I thought this guy was just going to bum me out the whole time. Oh, shit. Let me hear that again. You what now? Hold on. Back the fuck up. Now, run. That was sweet. What the fuck?
Until America and the GOP is gone forever.
And then?
Trump either wins in 2024 or he is the last Republican ever.
Well, I got to say, buddy, you're just printing a fucking get out the vote campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you probably the single greatest reason that you would vote next year and vote for Joe
Until
Biden.
America and the GOP is gone forever.
This is it.
Trump either wins in 2024 or he is the last Republican ever.
Cool. Well, I print that out on leaflets and drop it all over the place.
After 2024, in this big brother weaponized police state with Democrats in full
You can tell this asshole just came from the Dinesh D'Souza screener.
control of the country, Democrats will classify all Republicans as domestic terrorists.
No, that's not true. I mean, only the capable ones. The rest of you will be classified as mentally challenged and institutionalized, and then of course lobotomized. And what's that drug that makes you lose your sex drive? That one too. I don't know, whatever. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Re-education camps and stuff. Except we never bother to re-educate you. That's the whole idea.
An outlaw being
Whatever happened to FEMA camps? God damn it! I thought we were doing wait. Democrats, weren't we doing Agenda 21? Where the fuck was that? That's what that's all we're gonna do is just declare them domestic terrorists. Then what? Do we have to air quote when we say it?
a Republican. The 2024 election really is the end of the line.
For you guys.
But there's more to this story than open borders or what Democrats are.
Okay, first of all, we're 3 minutes and 57 seconds in. We're at 3:57, which is, I mean, at this point, you haven't even mentioned the Second Amendment, and you're not even on. You're on the first of America's top 10. I don't hold out a lot of hope we're going to get through all these, or that there's even an actual list.
Doing to America. The GOP bears plenty of responsibility for its own demise.
Yeah. I mean, they elect assholes and liars and fools, and in one case, a guy who was all three.
The GOP is a joke.
Yeah, that we know that. I mean, we can see you. This is a visual medium. I mean, we would think that if all we could do is hear you, but looking at you, we're like, yeah.
We're weak, feckless, pathetic
Sure.
cowards.
Yeah. I'm again, no lies detected. And by the way, you think you should run everything?
Scared of her own shadow, not to mention bribed, bought, and paid for.
Okay, so wait a minute. Back the fuck up.
Country, Democrats will classify all Republicans
As dipshits.
domestic terrorists.
Same thing.
An outlaw being a Republican.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the audio volume being low. It's just how he posts it. It's just rumble. I'm sorry.
The 2024 election really is the end of the line. But there's more to this story than open borders or what Democrats are doing to America.
Right. Tell me about it. This is the part where just bring the sales pitch. Tell us all why Republicans should run everything, why they should have the presidency, the House, the Senate, why they should control everything. Shoot it. Here you go. This is your chance. Sell it.
The GOP bears plenty of responsibility for its own demise. The GOP is a joke. We're weak, feckless, pathetic cowards, scared of our own shadow, not to mention bribed, bought, and paid for. Almost our entire leadership is either morons or in bed with the enemy, paid to lose elections.
Huh. And yet, they should run everything. And yet, this dumb motherfucker is gonna vote straight R down the ticket. Meanwhile, I guess if this guy had any charisma or was worth looking at all, or had a voice that wasn't annoying, maybe we could print ads with this shit. But
that starts at the top with Rona McDaniel, chairwoman of the Republican Party,
also known as the woman who always forgets, always and forever forgets that you don't. Sorry, let me put this on. Let's see. Go to here, we filters, we go to chroma key, and we turn this on. Boop. There we go. Close. And then it's reasonable. and we take this little guy, and we just move these over here, and there you go. So the lady who always forgets never to wear green ever. Not that green anyway. So you can wear a navy green, dark green, something like that. But if you're, I gotta say, you might be onto something, Wayne Allyn Toot, that Rona, not the brightest bulb in the box, because she actually wears green screen. I'm just saying, no one ever fucking listens to me.
Known as Romney 2.0. She's like the captain of the Titanic. She's like those movies where the lieutenant...
If she's the captain of the Titanic, you do realize that your party is the Titanic.
In Vietnam, every soldier under him wants to frag him. She has demoralized our entire Republican base.
No, I think their losses have. She funded a bunch of you dipshits, but whatever.
Now, I'm no expert psychologist, but if...
Dude, you're not an expert at anything. Hold on, I gotta turn off that thing again because it'll come back up. Okay.
Your entire voter base, 70, 80 million of us, hates their own leadership.
Maybe they have some work to do on themselves going, hey, why do I pick people I hate to run shit? Ha 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 ha.
Don't you think it's time to fire the CEO? Now,
I don't know. Why isn't it your fucking fault?
No Johnny come lately. This is not a new opinion of mine. I've said for years that
no chicks running the place.
Rona McDaniel is poison. She's destroying our party. She's either the dumbest, most clueless, incompetent political operative in world history.
Which I guess would make her uniquely qualified to run the group that you said was feckless, weak, cowardly, stupid, bought and paid for.
Or she's collected a $100 million bribe from George Soros to make sure the GOP loses again and again.
Probably the second one. Probably that.
And it's an opinion show. That's my opinion.
Right. I mean, we know you don't have any facts. I mean, look at you.
Someone's getting bribed. My opinion. She's lost and lost and lost some more. What exactly does she do?
Gee, I guess one of the things she could do is jettison some of these loser candidates who are psychotically going after a goal that most Americans are against, especially when it comes to women's rights. But you can't because you need them because they're fundraisers because the only people who raise money in your stupid fucking party.
I don't know, but whatever.
Well, that's obvious.
Whatever it is, fire her and stop doing it. In sports, if the coach loses, you fire them. It's that simple.
No, you don't. Especially if the coach has no control over who the players actually are, and the players are not playing they're on a football field playing soccer or fucking baseball, or aren't even there, or are attacking people in the stands.
Maybe you fire them in the middle of the season if there's still a chance to turn the season around.
There isn't. So I would ride it out so you don't have to give them severance.
Or maybe you wait till the season's over. But no one re-signs a loser for more losing.
Yeah, but why'd you bring back Trump then?
Come on, we want more losing. Let's go, loser.
It's painful.
Can the GOP possibly be this stupid?
Yes, you just said they were. They're fucking morons. Of course, that which makes her the perfect leader, and I think they should take your advice, which is not to listen to anyone or something.
It's not possible. The RNC committeemen who voted for Rona must all be on the payroll of China.
Yeah, definitely.
Fire them all and then check their offshore bank accounts. Someone is getting filthy rich every time the GOP loses.
Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah, all the money that needs to be raised for all these races is going into his legal fund and to help him fucking patch up his fucking golf courses and support his businesses, and isn't going into campaigns.
If you don't get rid of Rona McDaniel,
look, it's not up to me.
Say goodbye to the GOP.
Okay, again, you're not really motivating me, pal. I feel like now I want to send her a gift basket. I don't know what the fuck.
She will preside over its final death in 2024. Once a loser, always a loser.
Yeah, but I thought we weren't talking about Trump. We're talking about Ron, because she won some races. He fucked them up.
Rona's not turning this around. We need new blood.
Yeah, but candidates.
That's why we fired Kevin McCarthy.
No, you fired Kevin McCarthy because you're assholes.
As House Speaker.
Oh, I see. Just in general.
Mike Johnson is a big upgrade.
Yeah, totally. It's great. It's awesome. What's he done?
Now we need to upgrade Rona McDaniel.
Mm-hmm. You know, maybe it's just an update. You know, maybe you just need to turn her off and turn her back on or something.
And please, no one who's related to Mitt Romney. Next up.
That's fuck, man. That we're on 2
on the brutal honesty list.
Jesus Christ. How are we at? Fuck, you better fucking lightning round this shit.
Rigged elections. Open borders and terrible leadership alone are not defeating the GOP. Democrats are cheating.
Why would we have to cheat if we have all these extra voters? I'm dead serious. If we have 100,000 extra, like, illegals voting, then why do we have to even fuck with the machines? Why don't we just let them fake vote or some shit?
No, they rigged and stole 2020.
No, they didn't.
Nothing has changed since then.
Well, yes, it has. Donald Trump lost fair and square, lost all of his lawsuits about it.
Stop lying and trying to tell me we've made progress.
I'm not going to tell you that because apparently that's what Trump's not telling you that either, which means you fuckers are not showing up to vote, which also helped us on Tuesday because you're fucking dumb.
There's no difference between now and 2020. Democrats rigged.
Yes, there is. People aren't dying hand over fist from COVID.
22 midterms to prevent a well-deserved 80-seat GOP congressional landslide victory. Instead, we just barely won. And then they rigged 2023 again so we'd lose.
No, they didn't need to.
Yes, the GOP leadership.
Well, back in all fairness, it could have been rigged that someone could have hypnotized the entire Republican Party to be completely anti-woman when they make up the majority of the electorate. That's a possibility.
Is dumb. And they're clueless. And they're incompetent. But still, we're not losing elections fair and square. The system is rigged and Democrats are cheating. Or do you believe with this miserable, massive inflation?
Yeah. By the way, this guy thinks this is an example of a rigged election. This is from this is some of the footage that was used in Dinesh D'Souza's movie. This guy has all the votes from he's a healthcare worker. These are from the place that he came from. It's his job to drop them all into the machine. So he took a picture of him dropping them off so that everybody could see, so he could go back to the fucking old folks home and go, here it is. Yeah, I voted the way you said. I dropped it off. Nothing happened to it. I promised I would take it, and there it went.
Just wiping out the working class and the middle class, that everyone in Virginia raced to the polls to vote Democrat 2 years after they all raced to the polls to vote Republican. Really?
Yeah, because Glenn Youngkin didn't actually do anything worth a fuck.
Every poll shows that 75% of voters across the country hate the direction of America.
Yeah, but for different reasons. Again, half want it to go that way and half want it to go that way, and they just don't like the speed of it. It's not the same thing.
Yet, a few days ago...
It's like the people who hated Obamacare because half of them hated it because they thought it was fucking communism, and the other half hated it because it wasn't Medicare for all. But the Medicare for all crowd, it's not like they hate the idea of improved health care. They just wish it would go further. There's a difference.
Oh, they voted for more of it? Come on. I may have been born yesterday, but I wasn't born in the past 15 minutes.
I don't understand I don't know why he thinks that's cute. I don't know why he thinks that's a funny take on things. Is that a reference to something else that I'm not aware of? Because I don't know where the fuck.
Until the GOP finds a way to ban mail-in ballots with no voter ID, ballot drop boxes, ballot harvesting, no signature match, corrupt machine voting.
This dude's still on talking points from December of 2020.
Dirty voter rolls and votes counted for days after Election Day.
Well, if there's a lot of them.
Among many other problems.
And by the way, there wasn't a big count. There was a bunch of recounts because Republicans insisted on recounts in areas where they continued to find more Biden votes. So the idea that they're still counting now when you fuckers asked for it and you lost worse. is not an indicator that, oh my God, it takes us so long to settle our election. You're the ones that are delaying the settlement of the election.
Going to win again. Democrats have found a way to permanently rig and steal elections.
By tricking Republicans into never voting again using dipshits like this.
And they
fucking finger puppet does not realize that he's move over TYT. The Republicans have somebody who wants to diminish the Republican vote as much as you try to collapse the Democratic vote.
They are damn close to turning America into a one-party communist state.
But first of all, there's no such thing as a two-party communist state. So technically,
are you aware in world history, once entrenched in power, no one has ever defeated a communist government at the ballot box?
It's because they don't have ballot boxes.
That's because voting isn't what matters in a communist country.
Yeah, they don't vote at all. There's a select committee. What?
All that matters is who counts the ballots. We are there now, except the dumb, weak, cowardly GOP.
Right, that you want in charge of everything. The dumb, weak, cowardly GOP. That's who you want in charge of nukes and the country, and they can't show any strength. They're idiots, and you want them in the White House. Why?
Is too stupid, blind, or bribed to even know it.
Yeah, and you're going to vote for those people. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
So knowing that it's literally next to impossible to throw this communist government out right now with their rigged election.
Well, you don't get to throw anybody out. You get to fucking vote or shut the fuck up.
And censorship of conservatives and weaponization of government again.
Well, again, why are you against us censoring people who are dumb, weak, cowardly, feckless, bought and paid for?
It's conservatives like President Trump.
Oh, you mean dumb, cowardly, weak, feckless, bought and paid for?
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
Who's riding to our rescue?
No one. Grow the fuck up.
I only know one man for sure is on our side, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, you might want to rethink that, Wayne.
I know the deep state hates him. That's great news.
Yeah, they don't really give a fuck. There is no deep state. You just come up with a sexier term for bureaucrat, and it's boring.
I know he's superhuman. That's great to have him on your
No. He's extra large human. Does that count?
side. I know
he's shorter than he says he is, but he's rounder than he says he is. So I guess,
he's a one-man army. That's good.
No, he's not. He's, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Woo, I'm allergic to that stuff. There's always a delay on it.
Bullshit!
There you go. Thank you. It always takes a little while the first time I use it. You know what I'm talking about.
But even Trump needs a little help.
He's got a little help. He's got a lot of help, actually. You guys are paying his legal bills.
I'm sad to say that I now think it's pretty clear with people like Rona McDaniel in charge, the GOP is never going to give him the help he needs. So we better come up with another plan fast.
Yeah, I don't know, reignite the fucking Whig Party?
Now I've got a dozen more brutal reasons the GOP keeps...
A dozen? Motherfucker, okay, first of all, it says America's top 10, not America's top 15. You've done 3, and you've got a dozen more? What the ass is this?
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. No one could be this stupid.
Well, right. They're obviously bought and paid for by the Chinese Communist Party. That includes Comer and Jim Jordan and Trump himself, and probably Rona McDaniels and Corey Lewandowski, and everybody even pretending to be on your side is probably against you. And I would just, I mean, you might have an impulse to trust somebody, but that's probably that's how you know they're a good spy. Yeah.
It has to be intentional. Get ready for part 2 next week.
I'm ready. I'm ready for next week. It's gonna happen. I learned a lot about why you should never fucking be in charge of anything. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine this dickhead talking about a fucking Little League baseball team? Jesus H. Christ. But that does. Good old Wayne Allyn Root. Oh, Wayne Allyn Root. He's a man for our times.